A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Up next, we'll keep it within the NFC for this game between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And away we go in Glendale. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They run for the first time with a rookie from Clemson. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
Back to the well again. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, we'll be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
60, check 60, 18 Cardinal, track 60.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down. And we talked about it earlier, but a losing streak into the building with him, that is not a good start towards breaking that streak as they go 3 and out.
No, you want to bust that narrative, and the best way to do that is to start fast, and, well, once again, they're not.
It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. And the Rams are there, and down he goes. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game, and that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
3rd and long for him here. Chased out to his right. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. One drive in, and he is already in line for that ice battle. Took a couple of early hits. It looks like it's affecting his ability to deliver that football.
Yeah, and I'll let you in a little secret here, Kate. Those defenses, once they get to the quarterback, they usually don't stop.
He dodged the tackle. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Throwing off the play fake. Hawkins isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side.
2nd down and 19 yards to go after that sack. play coming here. Fits it through the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Cardinals going nickel here on third. Trying to get it with the option here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Thrown back, it's the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down.
Hey, 3rd down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. Working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Working now from the gun. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Rams get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. It out to start this drive. Looking right, and he finds him. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You want to become quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run, ETN. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. He finds it right side. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Tank Dell the touchdown. On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10.
Ready?
In the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, the very minimal gain.
Now looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
We'll go with the zone keeper. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
Cardinals, first down.
Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. Into the hands of Harrison. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. He gets 16 yards on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
Cardinals, first down. First and 10.
He's going to throw it. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you'll be more interceptions.
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
And the Cardinals, first down.
From the red zone now. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Still sticking with the passing game. That's incomplete on second down. That one intended for Trey McBride. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
4 yards on the pickup. They need another 4. Third and goal coming up.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call, because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Trying to find Trey McBride. And that brings up 4th and goal.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, it kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
They'll leave the offense out there and try 4th and goal from the 4.
Come on, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
4th down, pass coming. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, drops happen. It's a part of the game. But unfortunately, that's an opportunity he and his offense can't get back. 6 points that literally went right off his hands.
They'll run here on first down. Went in there full steam ahead, but ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, is training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
carries here. He couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. Third down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the gun on third down. Left side into the hands of Dell. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up fourth down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
First and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Hold them ready.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. First and 10 coming up.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That one's complete, right side. He's across midfield into Rams territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Go.
I'll throw it. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch can still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And he's going to scoop up his own fumble, so the offense still in chase mode as they keep possession. So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More from State Farm Stadium after this. The Cardinals out for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And this punt works out. It's going to cross the 20, be touchdown at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Trying the right side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That one hits for 30. And the Rams have the first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, you know, the best of them take advantage of it.
Let's go.
Going to the ground again on first. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Stop made by Braden Fisk.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it. He's got room to roll. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's now the 3rd time that he's been hauled down in this game, and that one was a biggie. Something's got to get figured out. Either the protection's got to be shored up, or the QB's got to get rid of the ball. You cannot take those kind of negative sacks.
He's dropping back to throw. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long.
70 lines, go!
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
He fields this at the 18. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Only a half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Trying to throw this from the gun. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. Actually, the snap could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15.
Let's go now. Liking 18. Go, check.
He's going to throw this one. Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Offense in the hurry up here. Looking to throw. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Jukes away from one. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
That's good for the Cardinals. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Setting up to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time, start connecting on more of these, and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. And air it out on 3rd. It's a screen to Barkley. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. Now
1st and 10.
they're going to throw out of the gun. Going all the way to the end zone here. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Here we go. third and long. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He's got it to his running back. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on fourth down, Brock. They're moving the chains.
At the 21-yard line.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Cardinals tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's the long back on the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Back to throw now. Hits his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Hand off to the back. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Pass the 6.
They give it to him again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Falls to the ground out left. Incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left with 4th down here.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Look at that power. Deep left side. That's complete inside the 35. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
Gonna go with Barkley on the counter. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's gonna be 2nd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
18 cards.
From the red zone on first. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Rams get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, and throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Second down now, they need 7. Back to throw. Connection made to Dell. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They get 27 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's a throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First down, they'll run. The stop is made just a couple of yards shy of that end zone. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal.
Danger, danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Let's go now.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line, still a couple yards short of that end zone.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that first down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
They'll send him up the middle. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line, still a couple yards short of that end zone.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80.
Going power with a big tight end. And the run will not work. He is shoved to the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
Gosh, I just love seeing wrinkles like that added to your offense in these key situations. Kind of called the Andy Reid effect. He's been so good down here near the goal line, and that one, well, it almost went in for 6.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's in for the touchdown. The Rams take a 4th quarter lead. As their quarterback, Brock, he's the one told them to get it done in moments like this. But even though he's the one who scored, you and I both know he is not the one who made it happen on that 4th down.
It's pride up front. That was all the guys up top that just said, listen, man, we are going to work this thing. We're going to give you a push. And, Kate, let me tell you, as a quarterback, you know right away. You can feel that push and that surge. And those big guys led the way for 6.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Crosses midfield, still going. And he works this down to the 41. Give him 24 yards on that one. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard
Pass
line.
play now. Dumped off to his running back. And he's taken down at the 30. A gain 11 on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Rolling from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
16 more yards. That's another Cardinals 1st down.
Working inside the red zone. Connects with Harrison again. And he drives this forward to the 6.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and get the quarterback.
And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Another carry for him. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Third and just 2 to go. Back to throw it. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Escapes a defender. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and on the Cardinals side of the field. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
He keeps this one himself. On the move, past the 40. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Let's go now.
Setting him on the dime. And he gets a few on the plays forward. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Back to the well again. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Rams have the first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Inside handoff. Oh, he lost the football! And they jump on top of it. Oh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down.
Here we go. 19.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He gets a half dozen on the carry. That's also going to bring up 3rd and 6. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Got it. Ready?
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Run after he recovered the fumble, but their offense is going to be happy as they take over possession. So just like that, Brock, a very nice drive ends in a whimper from that offense and a real roar from the defense who get off the field by recovering that fumble.
Yeah, that defense was just getting walked backwards, and one of them finally said, enough is enough. And I'll tell you, the way they were moving the football offensively, I think you felt it, I felt it. The touchdown was coming, but that defense responded.
Trying to set this up quick.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30.
And there's the spike, 8 seconds to go. Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, 3rd down.
Go.
Looking to throw it. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
1st and 10 from the 43. Back to throw. Shakes himself free. Throw deep to the left side. And it'll be incomplete. They went for it, trying to stun everybody with no time left on the clock. But alas, we are headed for overtime. And there's still something being celebrated by the fans, isn't it, Brock? A coin toss might not decide the game anymore here in overtime. Both sides guaranteed a possession now, even if the first team scores a touchdown. And if we're tied after those 2 series, it is next score wins. Gotta block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Well, not much to be had on that first down, Brock. First couple of plays of overtime. How do you approach things?
SOS. And I'm not talking desperation. I'm talking about stay on schedule.
Chance to take the lead and set themselves up for a win. Gotta make this count as they come up on second down. They'll run here from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with third down and 5.
And it's third down.
Looking in the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Kind of a curious call there, Kate, because the passing game, it's not worked real well for them in regulation, and that operation, that wasn't good enough either.
He has it at the 13. And he'll scrape together what he can on return and puts it back to the 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. It's an option right that begins this drive. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And they scoop it up, they can still run with it. And what an effort after everything seemingly went off the rails, Brock. He never gave up on the play, and he turns it into an excellent result. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
It's another into the hands of Harrison. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Drifting towards a possible tie, but they could avoid that outcome, partner. But they can do something here. Ready to operate on second down. He dodged the tackle, and he reaches the end zone. That is a game-winning touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a design drive to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
So the Cardinals fight to a win here at home.